still, you should be well informed. I am personally in favor of it if you have high DHT levels, but some people do report having problems getting it up. I mean, after all, it is an androgen blocker. Expected side effect. I am not using it myself, but half of the people I talk to in the community are using it.
The same thing with those, though. They're preemptive. If you start them earlier than later, you won't have that issue. Or at least you get a longer span of time with it. If you start it when you've already noticed you're losing, it's too late.
It's not age prevention, it's age delay.
Exactly. That's the thing, because it's still gonna go. You're still, that's still gonna be gone. But you can get another 5-10 years out of it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Recession's natural. Losing hair as age is natural. I mean, have you ever seen an 80-year-old with a 15-year-old boy's haircut?
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Waiting too long till you finally take action. If you follow these two coppers' advice and don't look smacks until it is too late, even finasteride can't save you. A lot of times I see people, and young people mind you, these are 20-25-year-old people I am talking about, and their hair has already decided to be a passport, bro. And then they go, oh bro, what do I do? Tell me, what do I do? Brother, you should have asked this question a decade ago. A decade. Not when you are 28. Like, you didn't go to bed one day with full hair and wake up the next morning with a Norwood tree. Like, it doesn't work like that. The very first moment you noticed your hair has been going empty, you should have taken action to prevent it. Now you will likely need a hair transplant to bring that hairline down a little bit. I mean, sure, finasteride can help, but it ain't gonna give you a new hairline. What were you doing all those years, bro? These guys are talking like they had no idea. They are talking like, oh, I don't know, dude, it just kinda creeped up on me. Creeped up on you? What do you mean, bro? You don't end up bald one day.
Yeah. It doesn't fit. There's a reason it doesn't fit. The face changes, and that's the thing is that...
Wow, what are you talking about? Trump looks great, dude.
Trump is also on finasteride, by the way. His doctor had revealed it. All natural hair, my ass. Trump is another example of the looks pill. Notice how he always goes after other people's looks. Trump knows it is less about what you can do, but more about what you look like you can do.
He didn't know what hit him. He's going, oh, get me off of this stage. Get me off. Get me off of this stage.
A lot of people ask, like, oh, like, you're still a model. Like, when are you going to retire? Or, like, when are you going to do something else? What's your plan for the future?
Chico,
all those dumbass questions.
I tried to retire during the pandemic.
I
called Lana. I was like, Lana,
I moved to Brazil.
I was like, Lana, I'm done. And she was like, okay, no one cares if you retire, Sean. You're a male model. No one cares. I will call you when you have an option.
Brutal, man. The competition is so cutting edge. Even people like Sean O'Prey are not in the clear. And this is expected, of course. It ain't 2006 anymore. Now kids, even in the most secluded, godforsaken part of the world, have access to the internet and billions of social media platforms. There is an endless supply of male models. Younger, taller, better. Nobody cares if Oprah retires, bro. There's many more waiting in the line.
For some reason, a lot of people wanted to follow me and they were fans.
I wonder what the reason is, bro. Very interesting indeed.
Have you ever seen an influencer work? I went on an influencer trip one time, and these guys were up at 5 in the morning, not into bed till like 10:30 at night, editing all the time. And then there's me.
Those motherfuckers work like crazy.
Yeah, I know. And then there's me. Can you take a picture of my back?
No.
That's my post. I swear to God, that was my post, and I was like, I do not belong here. I do not have what this takes.
You are right. You are right. You ain't about that life. But guess what? The rest of us have to work. Like, actually work. What should we ain't even real work? Arrive to the set, turn your head to the left, and leave with your money. You were asking, bro. You were asking, why does it matter? This is why it matters. The rest of us have to grind, working and studying to make a living. We ain't going to the studio, squint our eyes, turn our heads to the left, and get paid. Like, I love how the concept of actually working is so shocking, is so groundbreaking to these guys. They have seen a dude actually working and grinding to make money, and they were mind blown. Because in their minds, hard work is turning your head to the left, arrive to the set, give some cringe maxed line to the reporter waiting at the entrance. Oh, we gotta get out of our own way, you know what I'm saying? Enter the set, squint your eyes, turn your head to the left, and done. A long day of hard work for these guys.
Man, we gotta get out of our own way. You know what I'm saying? Can't no one stop us but us. So go towards your goal, put your blinders on like a racehorse, and go after your dream.
But by the way, thank you for the followers today. That was nice. A nice little bump. Saw that. Thanks, Chico. Love a Chico
man.
tag.
It's
Love a Chico tag.
Love a Chico tag.
I was on the decline, and then like Jamsey brought me back to life. You know, I guess I gotta thank them.
I have no idea. One day I woke up and I saw these mod comments. It literally overnight came out of nowhere.
We literally resurrected his career. No wonder his comment section is filled with men instead of women. Like, I was expecting women in the comment section. Nope. It is 95% Lookism/BP community members. Honestly, it wasn't much different than mine. Kind of funny because, like, it is such a juxtaposition, right? Me and Chico, black and white, day and night.
And I couldn't figure out what was happening. I was like, did I do something?
I'm glad we're having this conversation now because I had no idea what Mog, looks maxing, any of these things were.
Maybe you didn't hear about it, but you were definitely subjected to it. It is like saying, I didn't know what a sunlight is. You were always under it, always subjected to it.
Until we did this trip in December. And then I'm learning a whole new vocabulary, and then I know that now you're a part of the Mog world.
I didn't trust me. When I found out I was a part of the Mog world, I was very surprised.
You're King Mogger because you're like one of you're like the Wattpag king at the moment of both.
I thought it was very kind of people to think of me like that, but it's different because I don't think of myself like that.
Wait, I thought you didn't know what the word meant. So how did you think it was kind of people to call you a mogger if you didn't know what it meant? Are we not being honest here, Mr. Sean O'Brien?
How, when you were uncomfortable with yourself, if there was an idea or a community that within itself kind of had, those insecurities that you have, other people did, and you could speak about them. Like, the only thing I wish about this community, this mod community, because I read some of these things, and they're quite negative. I just wish there were more positive twists with it, because what they're doing is establishing, I feel, other people with insecurities. Well, why don't you kind of grow those instead of judge each other?
Imagine you are some 5'4" Indian guy. Yeah, dude, you should just put a positive spin to it, because Sean O'Brien also felt insecure about his looks when he was your age. Totally the same. It just so happens he won the worldwide model contest only 6 months later. I mean, it is just comical how he unironically compares himself to others, to people who are likely ugly, really ugly. People who likely face real discrimination based on their height and looks. If he had to live in your shoes even one day, he would be beyond shocked at everything, just like how he was mind blown when he saw a dude working for the first time in his life, hustling and working. He was like Native American people seeing the Columbus's ship for the first time. I wish this guy could live my life for one day. I just wanna see him live my life one day. I wanna see his reaction. Sean O'Brien waking up one day in my body, looking at the mirror, he would be like, what the fuck, bro? Then I will be the one squinting my eyes. Hey man, why does it matter? Then I will be the one being like Jeremy Meeks. Oh, Sean O'Brien, anything is possible, bro.
I'm telling you guys, anything is possible. Don't ever get up. Keep grinding, keep hustling, shoot for your dreams. You can do anything you want. I promise you. You just have to take that first step, take that hard step of actually doing something.
It's a lot about what I feel about the mod community. It's weird to say that. but like the look maxing mog, whatever, like all this community that like that follows us and like look at us as being like the top of the mog chain or whatever. I feel like they always like trying to put other people down to say like, oh, I mog you, you know, like
Yeah, that's not for me. That's not acceptable as a person.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
exactly.
I don't ever. I've never in my life gone into a room and thought that I was better than someone because of aesthetic.
You're a liar. Whether it was on a conscious or a subconscious level, you definitely felt like that. Even if you didn't voice that out loud. Maybe you didn't admit it to yourself, but you felt and knew it deep down. Cause he knows he is luckier than almost everybody on this earth. Whenever he saw a homeless dude on the sidewalk while he was driving to some fancy restaurant with his 10 out of 10 girlfriend, he felt that. Whenever he was standing next to a guy who was begging like a dog to take pictures with him, he felt, not even felt, he knew he was better than him. Every time he walked into that set to squint his eyes and turn his head to the left, he knew he was superior to the camera guy taking the shot. Whenever he saw his social media guy grinding 12 hours a day, he knew he was superior to him. Anything else is just a pitiful cop. He definitely knows he's superior to most people. Whether he admits it or not is not relevant. He said it himself, guys. He said it himself how he was mind blown when he witnessed how hard that influencer was working while he was just turning his head to the left and squint to get paid. Like, bro, why do you think you had the life you had if it wasn't for your aesthetics? What are your skills and accomplishments in life apart from being good looking? I am not even shaming his choices in life, by the way. I would have done the same. That is not what I am doing. Not at all. I would have done the same thing. But it is this fake, nice persona that gets me.
That is just not true. You want to be a better person, treat someone better than you are better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, be that guy. Because
like,
your looks are going to go.
Yeah.
Whether you get them at 15 or you get them at 34. You're going to be 60 one day, and if you're just thinking you look better than everyone at 60, you're a dickhead. Like, let's be a good person. That to me is 10 times more attractive than anybody, male or female.
Yeah.
Why are you on finasteride then? Why? Just tell the agencies you are a good person then. Surely that's more attractive, right?
The goal was to like tell people kind of like, okay, great, like, you know, if you feel like you should mog other people to be better than them, it's like it's sad. You know, that's not the way to do it. And then if you feel like that for you to mog other people, you have to starve max or like muscle mass or maxing or whatever, like, you know, like all this, like, no, like the goal here is like just be yourself.
Yeah.
I can't believe Chico just gave the legendary just be yourself meme advice. But unironically, come on Chico, come on man, you can't even be real. I was kinda let down, man. I was kinda expecting this podcast to be a bit more real. This just shows you it is gonna be yet another disappointment in the next episode, in the next show, when Jordan is the guest. Jordan's also gonna say stuff like, oh bro, mugging ain't important, it is about being a real human being. Just be a real human being, bro. Why can't no one be honest? Why? Why is this so freaking hard, bro?
Like, you want to mog, go do something good for your community and brag about that.
Yeah.
You want to mog, help someone out at your school that's getting bullied. Do something with that. I'm going to tell you, it makes you just that much more attractive being a good person.
Yeah. Exactly.
It is
Being
less about
kind.
that you have cheekbones or, you know, a certain type eye shape.
Yeah.
You know what's really
Yes.
cool? Not bullying the kid that's getting bullied by everybody else.
You heard him, boys. Not bullying anybody will make you more attractive in people's eyes than your physical attributes. I mean, I am not even gonna say anything, man.
I got bullied. I did not look the same way. I was very thin. You know, I was very uncomfortable with my aesthetic, and this is just true. If you went to high school with me at North Cobb, you'd understand the same thing. It was there.
Wow, we are so alike, bro. Now that you said that, now I can relate to you.
But like, if you really want to be a good person or a mogger, whatever, that like, you just gotta be a good person.
Yeah,
You
I
just
mean,
gotta
that's
be kind with people.
it's a
When I go back to my hometown, and like, and I know that I built a career on my looks, and then I go around my friends, and I'm like, really, like,
Yeah,
Like,
it doesn't make you feel it doesn't make you feel you're soulful. Like my
is it
best
really me? Like, I build my career on my looks, and like I'm with my friends here. Is like everybody's like, what?
Guys, let's feel sorry for him. Come on now. Let's feel sorry for these two poor dudes a little bit. They hit it so hard. They had to make a living out of their looks. And people only like them for their looks. That is so sad, right? But it clearly didn't bother them enough to quit and do something else. At any point in their lives, they could have quit and do something else. But you see, it didn't bother them that much after all.
and he's built it all himself. And the pride he has when he talks about it and how he supports his beautiful family.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's very different thinking when I'm having that conversation, oh yeah, but I looked good this day. So that narrative has to change in your mind. It's like I've just taken what I've been able to utilize and profit off of it. And I hope that I affected more people in a positive way than a negative way in that experience. But, you know, my story's just starting to be written. This has kind of just been the beginning.
It is just the beginning for them, of course. When you look like that, every day is a new beginning. Every day is like a Christmas gift waiting to be unwrapped. I mean, I just wish they were more honest with people. It is not something shameful to admit that you were born with a massive privilege in life. This is not something to be ashamed of. Life is not fair. Its unfairness is not your fault. You might as well take advantage of it. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.
Can I give you guys some tech? Check this out. Open your chat, type KEKW, press tab once. It becomes KEKW. Press tab again. It becomes KEKWait. I didn't say hit enter. Can you follow simple instructions? Press it again, KEKW. Press it again, KEKWait. Inside of you, there are two keks. And you would, by using a single keystroke, you can change from Rorschach to Pagliacci to the Doctor to Pagliacci to Rorschach to the Pagliacci. I didn't know about this. Now you don't have to send any more messages. You can just simulate your chat experience in the little box in safe mode. I don't understand, like when he tells the Doctor he's Pagliacci, shouldn't the Doctor be like, "Oh, awesome. So the tickets are cheap." I don't really get the tragedy of the whole thing. It simply doesn't make sense to me. What did he watch this morning? This is the rare double movie day because I only had 20 minutes left in the first movie this morning, and then I willfully chose to watch a movie that was about an hour and a half long. I gave The Royal Tenenbaums, seen it before, I gave it a 4 star and a heart. Wonderful little slice of life for sure, with incredible character work from all the actors, really. A star-studded and very talented ensemble cast. And I gave 4.5 stars to, and a heart as well, to Rushmore. I did a double Wes Anderson feature this morning. Rushmore is his best. I have long been a believer in that, but honestly, having watched the Grand Budapest Hotel recently, I actually think that's my number one Wes Anderson. Still have to see Moonrise Kingdom. Still have to see Fantastic Mr. Fox and Isle of Dogs and The French Dispatch and Asteroid City. I just keep watching the ones that I've already seen, but I haven't seen them in like 10 years. I gotta watch, but then not all of the Wes Anderson ones are on Canadian Disney Plus, so it is a little inconvenient. But I could definitely see The French Dispatch and Fantastic Mr. Fox and Isle of Dogs. Genuinely, one of the reasons that I haven't watched Isle of Dogs is because I know, like, I know Wes Anderson's unique brand of sentimentality, plus the relationship between a boy and animals is gonna make me bawl my eyes out. But then I realized that I bawl my eyes out in every single one of these movies anyway. I think out of the like 19 movies I've watched in 2024 so far on the bike, the only one I didn't cry during was Underwater. Underwater, I was just like, oh, brother, come on. What got you in Patton? Maybe I never cried during Patton. Last Duel? Oh, I was leaking some during the Last Duel, for sure. It's an emotionally intense film. Banshees of Inisherin? Yeah, I cried like 4 times, bro. Now, I still only gave it a 3 stars, but doesn't mean it's not an emotional movie. 1996, 244 million views. Okay. Why do I want to say this is like Fly by Sugar Ray? I'm going to type it. Fly, Sugar, they don't even have it. The best song of all time, they don't have it on the list? Okay, it sounds like some Sublime stuff, but I don't know. Ooh. I like that. I'm gonna know this. Isn't it? Yeah, no, hang on. This is like, you gotta be bad, you gotta be... You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold. No, I don't think it is. I don't think it is. But it's something like that. It's like a women in song, sorta. I got something, there's a hook I'm connecting to. Yeah! Okay, the bass goes crazy. Ooh. Alright, Phil Spector. You ever consider playing a melody? No disrespect. Okay, give me... I almost want to type Alanis Morissette just to see. Is it possible that this could be ironic? Let's hear it. Free ride when you've already paid. Yeah, dude! You know how I know this shit? Because every single time I listen to Jagged Little Pill, I'm like, the bass on this album fucks, bro. I'm a little embarrassed I didn't get it just off the bass. I know you're gonna be like, it doesn't fuck that much. No. The bass on Jagged Little Pill fucks like crazy, bro. How does that make sense? You can just picture the dude playing the bass being like, you know? Like you can picture it, bro. Ooh, it's kind of sick with it too. I'm loving the ad-libs, brother. That's kind of sick with it. That's kind of slick with it. I love it when he does vocoder voice. I just can't believe that I can sing better when I put on the vocoder. Not an Alanis fan? I wouldn't even consider myself an Alanis fan, to be honest with you, but Jagged Little Pill is the exception that proves the rule. Whatever that means. It's the straw that stirs the drink. Jagged Little Pill, one of the best albums of the 1990s. Everything else she's ever made, could take it or leave it, honestly. Could take it or leave it. What would you cut off of Sufjan Stevens' Illinois? Well, I'm getting dragged, bro. I couldn't believe... You know what? The tweet from Anthony Fantano, if you'll excuse me, was, what album is over long? Okay? I said Sufjan Stevens' Illinois. Now, I did preface it by saying, I love it, but Sufjan Stevens, come on, feel the Illinois. One person replied and said, if this was any other album, I would have +2'd, but this album is literally perfect. Really? Sufjan Stevens' 37 long opus, Illinois, is the only album ever made that you think a track can't be cut from. What an asinine and intellectually dishonest statement. There are like 11 tracks on the album that are just skits, okay? I mean, they're not skits, they're interludes. But literally nobody backed me up, bro. Nobody backed me up. It's one of my favorite albums of all time. Some of those tracks are not essential, okay? Who's any other album? Oh, really? Spiderland needs a song cut? The shit is 6 songs long. They showed incredible restraint. Those motherfuckers wrote 7 songs in their entire career. Sufjan Stevens put 38 songs on his album. What are you cutting from Close to the Edge? Brother, that's fucked up, okay? Because there's 3 songs on that album. But we'll do Process of Elimination. I'll tell you, we are not cutting Close to the Edge. It's one of the greatest songs of all time. So are the other 2, but one of them's gotta go. I mean, I kind of feel like you cut Siberian Catru because it's an amazing song, but it's like the least, I don't know, what do you want me to say? It's the least operatic off of the album. I feel like it's the 2-song album makes more sense with Close to the Edge and You and I. It doesn't really make sense, although it's still cool that they drop Close to the Edge and then they're like, here's like a 9-minute long song that just slaps. Thematically, I think you need to keep And You and I, as much as it pains me because Siberian Catru is a great song. Saying Illinois is too long is a crime. Were you born in 2005? I'm just asking. I bought the album from a CD store called Sunrise Records. I was there. I didn't pirate it off of fucking oink.fm or whatever, so I put my money on the table. I put my nuts on the table. I can say my piece on the album. Age of Ads is better. No, it's not. But Illinois could have a couple of songs cut from it. Your ass is not listening to the whole album all the way through every time you listen to it. That's insane. I'm not accusing you of being a singles Andy. You're just not the 18th time the Rising Prairie Fire or How We Separate the Wheat from the Chaff indicator is like that. You're hitting the skip button to get to like Casimir Pulaski Day or something. The hits do be hidden though. There's no doubt about it. So wrong. Hey bro, pass me the aux. Okay, but you better not put on fucking the Overseer's Tower again. 3 minutes later on Highway 91. It's a long album, man. I'm an album Andy. I'm just saying you could cut a couple from it. Please play Hearthstone, I'm begging you. Least insane chatter. I'm sorry. It's the sometimes all you need is one missing piece meme. My favorite streamer playing Hearthstone, it's not gonna save your life, okay? You're not wrong to suggest it necessarily. I'm just saying you're rooting for something that it's snake oil. It's not gonna save you, okay? At least the people suggesting Baldur's Gate 3, like I mean it's a single player game, it came out last year, it's well liked. It doesn't make your acetylcholine rise because it's the easiest game ever made. All you have to do is get the boss next to the edge and then use a 100% guaranteed cantrip to push them to their death over a 6-inch high ledge. I would suggest just doing Act 1. I'm trying to save the world here. We have some of the smartest motherfuckers on planet Earth. Huge fucking processors in their brains, wasting their life begging for things that are not going to come to pass, and even if they did, wouldn't make a lick of difference in the whole scheme of things. You gotta dedicate. You only get a few decades, okay, of peak processing power combined with life experience. Apply it for good, okay? Don't let it idle. It was stuff like, I'm telling you, if you did like text-to-speech voice work, that Disco Elysium could really pop off. Go do some protein folding or something, or invent like a more efficient lithium battery or something. We could do this, man. I'm lost. This is my lot in life. They welded me to the damn chair, okay? The world does not need another Baldur's Gate 3 Let's Play. We need to do something else. I implore you. We have the tools. There's like, I don't know how many thousands of us right here. If we all pull in a similar direction, we can actually move this bitch. We can change the trajectory of the world just like a picometer. What the doll's doing?
Job done. Right.
Hey, Anel, you think you'll still be streaming 10 years from now? Probably. What the hell else am I gonna do? Purple, what does this mean? Purple 3. That's your profile picture on Pokedoku? Listen, Doku Games, I got a lot of respect for you, okay? If this is indeed the case, we don't need this. We don't need Pokedoku to become the Doku network of puzzles with emails and passwords and a database with a primary key, and you can now link your Twitter to the fucking your Pokedoku profile, and then you get badges, and then the badges, you can promote the badges. There's a social network with like DMs and stuff like that. We don't need it, okay? It's just a web. We're bringing back websites, okay? Oh, it's just made by a user called Purple. Okay, keep it going. Keep it going. The middle evolution of ice. Hello, Swain. I'm sure, yes. The middle evolution of a monotype. Ooh. Delightful. The middle evolution. I'll call this an Ivysaur. Yes, maybe that's grass poison. Okay, I'll allow that. How about a Wartortle? We'll take those. Middle evolution of a steel. This is a gimme. We take Aggron. No. It's the middle one. Lairon. There he is. There he is, right there. Okay. And then Hone. This must be Aggron's son, Aron. Oh, yeah! Okay. Hone monotype. The whale Pokemon known as Kyogre. 1.5%. I must be damn good. An ice Pokemon from Hone. Well, let's think about this. Electric monotype. Perhaps you've heard of a little Pokemon by the name of Pikachu.
Is someone injured?
Steel electric, ice electric. This is throwing me for a loop. I feel like if you gave me enough time, I could get it. Steel electric doesn't seem that hard because metal is electric, and you can take that to the bank. Kind of like a metal creature that shoots electric bolts out of it, like perhaps a Magnezone. Hmm? Well. That's pretty good. By my standards, that's pretty good. I simply don't know, like, when Hoenn is. I could tell you the Pokemon that are on the covers. It's Groudon and Kyogre. I could not tell you the other, like, when Pokemon number 71 got added to the game. I guess that would be Gen 1. And I'll just level with you. I've never heard of Arctozolt. That is also the most common. And Rotom Frost. Does this mean there are actually two Pokemon that are refrigerators? Because Registeel is kind of like, or Regice is kind of like a refrigerator too, right? He's just a block of ice. You put a door on that, that's a refrigerator. What do you think a refrigerator is? By the way, we were talking about it in the Discord. I think my first bespoke TikTok in like 10 years, I should do, how would my friends do in the bubonic plague? I think that would be good. I'll tell you straight up, I think if I lived in the 14th century and I got the bubonic plague, I'm dying, I think. I think it's possible before I did damage to my body in college, I might have lived. I used to not be so sickly, but I think now I would probably be killed. I accept that. I'm glad that it's probably not an issue. Corey would also die. I feel like he and I are always getting sick with weird stuff. Something's not going right in our immune systems. Justin, I think, would live without a doubt. I don't think I've ever heard Justin complain about being sick in the entire time that I've known him. He would certainly live. Now, Apollo, you might think that I would think that he would die because he always has, like, digestive issues. But there's just some, I can't explain it, but just based on the vibe, I don't think he's dying of the plague. I just feel like if he got it, he would solo it. He might get sick, but I think he's not going to die. Sinvicta would live? I believe that. I believe Sinvicta would live. him dog. Chib, I don't know. I think Chib would die from the plague, just being honest. Seeing some of the food that he's eaten in his life, hearing about some of his health problems. By the way, you know what? I'm going to give you a little tip if you ever find yourself in the position I'm in right here. If you're ever going to do this, say that you're going to die. Because then you can say fucked up shit about everyone else that you rate. And people will be like, why are you being so rude? You could be like, bro, I said I would die too. That's not rude. Like, I'm defensible now. Kate, she'd probably live. She bodies the illnesses better than me most of the time. Mouth? I think Mouth lives. I think his diet consisting of organic produce from his own garden would keep him safe. Lay's potato chips, 51-ounce bags. 1 ounce of potato chips is like, it's like 6 chips. I believe that this is a 1999